Hey there, my name is Lynn. Welcome to yet another new episode of our GOES UNSAID Podcast. This is a safe space for me and you to have bold conversation, all things positive vibes with extra fun on air. So feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and share if this episode helps you in any way. Make sure you share it with your friends out there, and I would appreciate that very much. And without wasting any more minute, we're gonna get right into our episode today. Yes, we're gonna go right into our episode today. And on our episode today, we're gonna be talking about how to just continue being kind to yourself even when you fuck up, to continue being kind to yourself even when you mess things up, because first of all, human is to error, and it's okay if sometimes you get way so hard on yourself or way so angry with yourself when things don't turn out to be the way you wanted them to be, or when you do things thinking that the turnout will be A, but the turnout turns out to be Z. And that is okay still, because it's always so funny when you do something for yourself, or when you try to do something for yourself, but at the end of the day you kind of relapse and you just do, it turns out to be not exactly how you wanted it to be, and you just end up being so angry with yourself, and I mean super angry with yourself. And most of us, we are out here being our worst enemies, and I'm telling you guys, there's no any other worst enemy you can ever have in this universe or even within you like yourself. Like, you're the first enemy of yourself. And I think the moment you realize that, the moment you come to be self-aware of something like that, because sometimes we be here trying so hard to blame people or to blame others or even to blame situationships when things just turn out to be good. We don't want to blame ourselves. We don't want to see ourselves in that kind of a way, when you just fuck shit up and you are trying so hard to look for somebody or even something to kind of blame, to put all the blame in that, and you're just like, no, it wasn't my fault, it was that and this and who and that, and you forget that you, first of all, you as a person, you as an individual, you can be your enemy too. I'm telling you guys, no joke, because you'll be here trying so hard to blame other people. You've been here trying so hard to kind of find those mistakes on other people so that you can judge them, or that you can just kind of be angry on people or even blame them for mistakes you know very well that this was me. I'm the one who did that. I'm the one who was supposed to do this and that for this and this to change. But I didn't give it all my best. I didn't give it all my 100%. I just gave it 2%, and that was it. And now it's okay for me to be angry with that. It's okay for me to just be angry with that situationship and kind of be, you know what? This is not my fault. I'm just gonna blame this and that, which is not okay. Because I think the moment you are self-aware that you can be a dangerous person to yourself, you can be a dangerous version of yourself, which ends up making you feel like you trying so hard to change for yourself is not something to be okay about. And you'll be here thinking to yourself, okay, if I did this and that, maybe some things would be different. And most of the time we don't even realize when situationships comes into our lives and they kind of change us for the better, but we don't get that realization until it's late, or it's, it has passed some few months or even weeks, and you're like, oh, that kind of situation that I was a year ago, oh, maybe it taught me this and that, or this and this. And first of all, guys, I am really sick on people that be saying that when you are on a situation whereby you didn't get yourself there, maybe the circumstances of life, kind of brought you to that kind of situationship, which was so complicated, and maybe you got hurt, maybe you got broken, maybe you got torn apart in the inside, and you kind of try to justify that situationship for it to be a positive situationship. Yeah, I get it. We have two options when shit happens. First option is to either learn from that mistake, or kind of run away from it, or we can turn that situationship into a lesson whereby we kind of try to find the positive side of it, even if it was so much negativity in that situationship. We try so hard to find the positive aspect of it. And by finding that positive aspect of it, we end up justifying that it was okay for whatever happened. It's okay because we don't have an idea of what to do about it, because first of all, you can't change it, and second of all, there's nothing you can do about it. It's either you run away from it, or even learn away from, or even just get a lesson from that, kind of just learn from that mistake and you kind of be okay with it. Because if you just put it in your head, you kind of stay in your head 100% of the time, and you kind of, oh, maybe that situationship should have been this and that, oh, maybe this situationship should have this, should have happened this and this and that and that, and we forget that that kind of a situationship or kind of circumstances that life kinds of brings out, those kind of moments in our lives where you don't have an idea of where to start, you don't have an idea of how to kind of cope up with that. And as I said, guys, we always have two options. Either you run away from that situationship, or you learn from that situationship by kind of turning it into a positive aspect. And I think for me, most of the time, we as humans, we want things to work out the way we want them to work out, and we forget that some things are out of our control. And when we mess up like big time, maybe it was a job opportunity, maybe it was a career that you are working so hard on it, and maybe it didn't end up being the way you thought of it being, or it didn't turn out to be exactly how you wanted it to be, we kind of just beat ourselves so hard. We don't want to accept that things, sometimes as humans, we can't control everything, no matter how much we think we can, but we can't. To be honest, we can't. And you kind of beat yourself so hard on that, with thoughts that aren't even healthy for you. You kind of get angry with yourself, you kind of just hurt yourself in ways, in different ways. You kind of just turn out to be your worst enemy, your worst nightmare. And I mean, like, literally the worst nightmare. And as I said, guys, there is no worst enemy in this life like you being your own enemy. I think that's the most frustrating part of it. Because see, you are working so hard to get a job opportunity. Maybe you kind of went to that interview, you did your best, you gave it all your best, but at the end of the day, you didn't get the job. Or maybe it's an audition that you are looking forward to, maybe for a TV series, or maybe for a movie, or anything like that. So you go there, you are prepared 100%. You give it all your best, you show them who you are, you just go there and kill it. But at the end of the day, you don't get a call back. You literally don't get a call back. And there's nothing more frustrating than that. When you go to a job interview, or even to an audition, or even to any other thing or anything like that, and then they tell you, oh, we're gonna call you, but you just wait for like weeks, months, years, and you haven't even had a call from them. And for you, in your head, you are thinking of, why didn't you not give me a text or even a call to tell me, yo, you didn't get it because of this and that, or you didn't get it because you were poor with this and this, rather than being given the silent treatment. Because for me, I always thought, if you go to a job interview and you don't get the job, or even to an audition, you don't get the job at all, and they don't call you, they don't text you, they don't tell you where you messed up, how you gonna learn to be perfect next time? Because see, you got there, you gave it 100%, and you thought that was enough for me to just give it out to them, and then you just end up not having even to be texted back, to be called back, and you kind of beat yourself to that so much. What did I do? What did I not do? How could I have not done enough for me to be okay with that, or to even get the job? But most of the time, it's not always about how or what you didn't do. It's always about how much you gave your best. By the end of the day, if it's not your time, if it's not for you, if it's not your time yet, then you can do nothing about it. And you messing up, it's okay to mess up, it's okay to fuck up your shit, it's okay to just be so hard on yourself after that. But what is not okay is you not being kind to yourself, is you not being so transparent with yourself, and being self-aware that I did that. maybe because of that and this, because I believe every circumstances in life, or even every situationships in life, they always have a reason behind it. I don't think things just happen for them to happen. I think things happen for a reason, with a very good reason behind it. If you just dig deep, you're gonna realize what the reason was. But if you don't dig deep, if you don't learn from that mistake, if you don't get the parts where you kind of just take those negative parts of them and turn them to be positive sides of it, I think you get so hard on yourself and don't realize when you're being so hard on yourself, because in your head you have no idea of what you did, but you have a clue of, okay, I didn't give it 100% because maybe I wasn't feeling okay, maybe I was this and that. Yeah, you can have billions of reasons, but at the end of the day, you're gonna still fuck up shit. You're gonna still mess up in ways that you don't even realize, in ways you don't even get to understand. But at the end of all that, you have to still be kind to yourself. You have to still love yourself. You still have to kind of be there for yourself when you do shit that you thought was gonna help you but didn't help. It turns out to be terrible. You still have to be kinder, and I mean the kindest, to yourself 100%. Because if you're not kind to yourself when you mess up, that means you don't love yourself enough to understand that you are human. You can still do mistakes, you can still mess up, you can still have things in your life that kind of make you feel you're not okay with that and this, but still you gotta be kinder to yourself when you mess up, because no one is gonna be kinder to yourself until you start being kinder to yourself. You've gotta stop judging yourself, you gotta stop being hard on yourself, you're gonna stop being so torturing yourself or anything like that. You still have to be kinder to yourself, and I'm not gonna get tired by telling you guys to do that. So any circumstances that you get in your life, any situationship that you ever got into your life, make it okay for yourself to get that situationship and understand what really happened, understand how you can help yourself with good energy, with good positive energy, rather than just being so hard on yourself and all that. So be kind to yourself, be okay with yourself even when you mess up. Don't be so hard on yourself, just be cool with it, understand it, be okay with it, do better next time. And until you get that self-awareness that we are humans, we can't always be perfect with everything, I think it becomes easier for you to be vulnerable with yourself, to be transparent with yourself even when shit don't work out. And with that being said, I'm grateful that you watched this video. If it was helpful, make sure to just leave a comment below on what you thought about it. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do. Share with your friends, like, comment, share. Just DM me or even comment below on what you like to hear from me next. And I'm just so grateful again that you have watched this video.